Yes, we do.
Cheers.
Yeah, but Tinder did ruin.
All right. Cool. I'm not gonna forget to do it this time.
Oh, you're not?
No, not this time. I think. Yeah, because I did last time and nobody caught that. So
Well, one person caught it.
really?
Did what?
This guy.
Oh, hey, you're part of it. You don't count.
I do. Count.
Anyways, welcome back everyone to another episode of the podcast where we pull back the curtain, give you some insight what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
we're back here today, and we got some mic stands, a little fancy, with it,
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So maybe I won't fuck up the audio
No,
this time.
You shouldn't, because it's
Yeah.
right in your face. Now you can lean back and kind of move it too.
Can get my Fat Joe on?
Yeah, you get your Fat Joe on.
shit.
Along with the mic stands, we are also joined by a wonderful, lovely guest, someone that I believe is one of the funniest people I know. Some of you may know her, some of you may not, but here with us today is
Lauren
queen of it
Banall.
all, Lauren Banall.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys really stepped up production for me. Thank you.
Yes, we did. We had to.
We should have got you better tequila.
Yeah.
Lesson
Sorry about
learned.
But yeah, thank you for joining us today.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
So, you want to start it off, or do you?
No, you started off. You're doing it such a great job.
Okay. Well, that was the best intro I had for you. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. How.
I'm
You-
Lauren Banall. I'm
Mhm.
a professional drag queen full time here in Los Angeles.
Nice.
I have several bingos around town. I do brunches and night shows all around SoCal, San Diego, Palm Springs.
SoCal.
LA.
So-
baby.
SoCal.
It's around.
How long you been doing it?
Oh, gosh. the
Couple
pandemic
weeks,
really
right?
Fucked me up. I have no.
Just a
Can I
couple
swear?
weeks.
Can I?
Yeah.
curse?
Yeah, please
Of
do.
course. By all means.
If an industry podcast doesn't.
Yeah,
curse,
yeah,
it
exactly.
would be a red flag. But over 5 years now.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The math gets weird with the pandemic because everything shut down, and then it was like, what am I doing? Where?
Yeah.
And that was like 2 years.
It is one of those things that now that we're further removed from it, I am starting to notice how much more it comes in the conversation. Lost 2 years.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
just gone. You know what I mean? It's fucking gone.
Yeah, I had that today because I started as an actor when I came out here, and I did a short film where I was a queen in it, but that director was doing a commercial, and so I had to send over my boy info.
Mm-hmm.
But that short we filmed was pre-pandemic, so those old headshots were now like 4 years older than
Oh.
they were.
Oh.
So it was like, I've been doing this for 10 years, bitch. I lived here a decade.
Damn.
And I'm still 21, so it's like crazy. It's crazy.
So what did you do during the pandemic then?
Wept and ate like
Yeah,
potato
like-
chips
like
and
most of us.
drank a lot.
A
I also
lot.
discovered marijuana. I'd never
Oh,
Okay.
you discovered it.
Well, I'd never really
Partaken.
partaken. So,
Participated.
participated. So yeah.
Yeah, I love marijuana.
We know.
Yeah,
We know.
yeah.
Our neighbors
sorry.
know.
I didn't mean to.
People
step on
outside
y'all
on the
that one.
street
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
We're on a high floor.
I worked a party yesterday, and the bride and groom own like a farm and everything. We were like, "Do you smoke?" And I was like, "Boy, do I!"
There's a bear shit in the woods.
Like, yeah, man, come on, bring it. I want all of it.
I still am not great at smoking.
Hmm.
I can.
I mean,
be
neither
a
am I.
bitch,
Yeah.
Or I love an edible moment, but I'm not great at smoking.
It takes some getting used to.
I have these
Yeah.
delicate lungs of mine.
So what led you to? Oh my God! Please don't fall.
I did it again. I'm sorry.
Did you hit the little button?
Keep kicking the lever.
Oh God! Please don't.
Sorry.
We don't have health insurance for this podcast yet.
We don't.
We're not
we
covered.
Really don't.
Sorry.
But
I
at
was
least it's
gonna-
not high enough.
I'm calling OSHA.
We got renter's insurance. So I don't think that covers it.
I was gonna ask you, what brought you to, I guess, doing drag bingo and hosting it and all that stuff?
I don't say no. That's what brought me
Okay.
to it. So yeah, it was Here and Now where I met you, the bar I work at. And the owner reached out to me on Instagram, and she was like, "Would you want to do a drag bingo for our Christmas?" And I said no in my mind, but then I just started throwing out numbers and like what might make it worth it, and we signed up a contract and we made it and now I'm a bingo bitch. I can't believe it because I hate bingo.
Really?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You can't.
Yeah.
I had never.
You're like, I'm not old enough for this. I'm 21.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be playing bingo.
Well, what made it fun was that I hated it so much that I would have my assistant or friend there, and I would just try to make her laugh or make us laugh or just like say mean things to people.
Right.
As a joke.
Right.
It can be mean, but it has to be funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, I've just grown to really enjoy it, and I think I'm pretty good at it. So
Yeah.
I think you're pretty good at it.
No, you are. I actually sat in on your show tonight, and I was just really good at this. Like, just to be able to work the crowd the way that you do and keep them entertained and everything like that, it takes a lot of work.
My favorite thing is,
It is.
when you call out people, especially at where I work at, when you call them out for not tipping or anything like that.
Yes.
She was calling people out today because they weren't spending any money in
I
the venue.
fucking love that.
Like,
Call
they
those
were
motherfuckers
there
out.
just hanging out. I thought they had drinks in front of them, and instead it was the stuff they won from bingo. Like, I was in the back of the room, so I didn't really pay attention.
Let me just
And then
say,
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gave them a movie ticket because I was like, oh, I want you to come back
And I
for a free
fully
movie.
interviewed and said, no,
And
you gave
yeah.
that man his ticket back because
Yeah.
you didn't buy it.
Yeah. And
because I was a server. So
Right.
I find
Okay.
you put a wig on and suddenly you can say all the things that
Right.
you want to say as a server.
Right. Or you come on this podcast and you
Or
can
you
say
say
the
whatever
things
you
that
want.
you want to say. 'Cause that's what
I'm
we're
gonna
building.
live it right
This
now.
Yeah.
this is a safe space right here.
It is.
You can't get fired on a podcast.
Nope. We're running it.
Not if we're
Right,
running
we're
it.
running
Nah.
it. But no, I really do love that because people that go to these drag bingo shows where I'm assuming almost, if not all, you don't pay for anything other than either the entrance to get into the building or drinks. People that just show up just to get free shit. That's kind of fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Like, how much of a broke bitch do you gotta be just to show up to get a fucking t-shirt or some shit?
What they
For
were.
real.
Like, god
I kept
damn,
thinking
I'm
they were gonna
sorry.
get up and go watch a movie, and they stayed the whole time. And I was like, "Wait, you've been here longer than I have, and you know her because you had inside jokes with them that I had no idea what the
keep
fuck they were
coming
talking
back,
about.
And,
Not spending shit.
Oh, they're repeat
Yo,
offenders.
Yeah,
Yeah. And listen, okay.
yeah.
In this space, I'm not gonna kick anybody out. Like,
Right.
We're all here to have fun and
Right.
like, whatever. It makes
Right.
the place look more lively but today they were like being rude and loud and
Oh god, they were
Yeah.
interrupting the show.
stuff,
Yeah,
and I
it-
didn't buy anything today.
It was pretty annoying,
God.
especially when you don't spend any money in the venue.
Which,
Yeah, I
I
mean-
mean, in Los Angeles, there are no spaces to just exist for free. So I want to make that space for as many people as possible, especially
Mhm.
people who can't afford it. But
If you can't
that's why I
afford
was-
it,
I
stay
was
your
really
broke ass
slow
home.
With wash your hands.
Yeah.
Be polite. You're making the girl tip me. The girl tipped me,
Yep.
and the
For
three men with
real.
her did not.
But
Anyway,
my thing is like
Enjoyed
the
playing bingo.
The-
Definitely enjoyed the bingo.
oh, I'm sure
Because
because they
you
didn't
got
pay for
some
anything.
free shit.
Yeah, but my thing is like the social embarrassment of like you're just sitting here maybe with water, maybe not. You're just sitting there with an empty table. Other people got drinks in hands, and you're the only people that didn't buy anything. You're just there for I don't know, man. That shit pisses
Yeah.
me off.
Called them up. I was enjoying that part because whenever they had something to say, it was like, yeah, but you still broke. Like, no matter what it was that was being said, it was known. Hey, yeah, but you still a broke bitch.
Let it be known.
No matter what words I'm saying, I'm calling you a broke bitch to your face.
Broke as fuck.
And there's nothing you can do about it because you is a broke bitch. Not with love. Be
No,
better.
no, no,
Be
no, no, no,
better.
no, no, no. Be better.
Please.
For sure, be better.
I try to, even if I am reading somebody or like letting them know, like I do. There is a love there where,
Right.
yeah, because
You're not out to hurt their feelings.
I didn't think anybody could
Yeah.
do better, or like, that's what I love about being a drag queen is we call out a lot of bullshit in society. For me, that was a big draw to drag because growing up Mormon in Utah, there's a lot of double standards for women, and growing up as like a queer kid, not really knowing what any of that means, but you can just see like the bullshit women have to deal with.
For sure.
And women are my favorite. They're my favorite singers. They're my favorite people. They're my favorite, they're...
Women are everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
They really are.
Except for America's, apparently.
Wow.
And Republicans. But anyway, so... Yeah, with drag, it just kind of like calls attention to the ridiculous standards that we put on women. Where it's like, because we don't do anything that women don't do. It's just on man scale. So it just like is suddenly so weird to look at when it's on a man's face. Like the eyeliner tricks or the lashes, the eyebrow or the hair. It just like suddenly calls attention to how ridiculous it all is. And so that's what I like to do. With love, call attention to what's ridiculous in a situation. Maybe somebody sitting at a bar and not paying for anything and also causing a ruckus.
And not tipping.
Not tipping.
That shit happened to me.
Tipping. And then had the audacity to have an attitude about it. When he was like, "Oh, I forgot my name." I was like, "Nah, bitch, you ain't forgot. You didn't forget anything. You just are getting called out for being a broke bitch." Yeah, no. As this is what I love to do is just go into a venue and just like absorb it and just get to chill where I'm not behind
keep sipping this
heard.
Hey, go for it.
I couldn't do the whole thing.
But like as
water, YouTube.
Yeah.
Also, I'm an alcoholic and a drag queen. I drink frequently. I had food poisoning all weekend, so don't come for me.
Yeah.
With sipping my tequila.
You also are hydrating. You're drinking water.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't even know what I was saying. So fuck it. It's good.
When he stiffed you and you were
No. It was the guys that were talking shit until you kept putting them in their place, and then all of a sudden they had less and less to say. Like me being the person just sitting there, I got to just watch it. It was like, oh, they had things to say when they thought they had the upper hand. Well, and once they found out they didn't, it was like, oh, I forgot my name now.
That's the funny
thing. She said perfectly, how come none of you have real names? Like, when she asked their names, they gave her like fucking code words and shit. And I'm like, yo, bro, just say your name. Say what your mom called you. You know what I mean? Like,
damn,
you're in public, bro.
I don't care what they like.
Right.
It's just a funny observation to just be like, what are your
which
names?
is great.
But yeah.
And they got butthurt about it. Like they got butthurt. Like she called them out. Like, oh, were you Power Rangers? Like you didn't say this, but I felt like it was like, what are you, Power Rangers? You're calling yourself these fucking the X-Men. You got these fantastic names for your personalities and shit.
The Fantastic Broke.
Yeah. I'm gonna call them that next time they come in. But
it was 4 of them too.
Yep.
The Broke-tastic 4.
Broke-tastic 4. Yep, that's it. That is them. And again, I'm just young and broke. I don't wanna shame anybody. They look like they're having a fun time.
Yeah.
Honestly, man. Yeah.
I will get a bitch together. Okay.
Yeah. It's all jokes, man. It's all jokes. But
that's what I'm grateful for these bingos for, because I'm so used to, or I was so used to, going to a crowd that like really wants to see you, and with bingo a lot of the time half the people don't even know it's happening, and so they're like a borrowed audience.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to work hard to like win them over and just, like keep it fun and keep it and you can feel when you're losing them. And especially if they're gonna be sassy or anything like that, I will wrangle you back into
I've
the
seen that
herd,
shit
bitch.
firsthand too. I've seen you firsthand. Somebody trying to get out of control or trying to steal the spotlight. And one thing I've learned from watching you perform is you do not take the spotlight from the drag queen. That's like you do not do that. That is their show. You are not the center of attention. You will
Not do
get
all of this
yeah.
for you to ignore it.
exactly, exactly. And I've seen that firsthand, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like you say all the things that us behind the bar or servers are like, bitch in her place. She kept asking me about ranch. Put them in their fucking place.
Well, and especially
Food's coming, goddammit. It takes 15 minutes. You order wings.
Yeah.
The fuck did you expect?
Yeah.
And usually at places like Here and Now where it is handcrafted cocktails and like delicious gourmet food. So it's not fucking McDonald's. Like it's gonna take them a minute or
Yeah.
two to make your drink, muddling everything, and like it's hand pressed juices. Like
Yeah.
in a post-pandemic world, I have no qualms being like, you can wait and saying it on a mic in a funny way to give everyone a break and remind people that like every bar, every kitchen, every restaurant is understaffed and underpaid. Get over it. This isn't Amazon Prime. It's
Yeah.
not McDonald's. You're here to sit down and enjoy and have a good fun time. I'll lead the way. You'll get the food when it comes. It's gonna be great. Everything's fine.
Right.
Let's laugh. Let's have a good
It's
time.
not that serious.
It's really
that
not.
It's not that serious.
It's really not.
Yeah. You came out because you didn't feel like.
Again.
Sorry.
We should do like a counter. We should do a counter of like how many times this happens. I'd have to watch the whole episode though, so I don't know. Wow.
So you have a note on there that second one. I don't know if you want to how you want to word it. I don't know.
Oh. Oh, that was a terrible segue.
Excellent segue. Oh,
Proceed.
Well, really, my
I know you have to pay this luxurious downtown LA loft, so I'll take the cheap tequila. Oh.
It's either the cheap apartment and good tequila.
I live in a cheap apartment, baby.
Yo.
Really? Oh.
we ain't got business in the garage.
I know the right.
Oh, fuck.
No, I honestly, we normally have better tequila. I just did not feel
This
like
isn't
going to get it today. Yeah, I didn't feel like I didn't feel like going to the store. I had to go to the dentist this morning and then went to the gym and then went and saw John Wick and then went to see you.
You had a hard day.
I did. All right. Gosh.
He told me, he's like, oh, we'll only be out for an hour. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
Did not see this man for
I
this.
also didn't get home until like 5:30 this morning.
I've never seen
And
any
had to
of
be
John
at the
Wick.
dentist at 10.
You've never seen any
Never
of
seen
them?
any of the John Wicks?
No.
It's they're
Are they
excellent.
Okay.
They're
I
excellent.
love
They're
Keanu
excellent.
Reeves.
Then
you'll love John Wick.
You'll love John Wick. It's Keanu at his most Keanu.
Okay.
Very Keanu.
Yeah.
Peak
It's
Keanu.
like The Matrix, but instead of karate, he uses guns. It's really what it feels.
They use a lot of guns in the Matrix.
Oh,
They
yeah,
use
but
more in John Wick.
They use more in John Wick.
See, that's what I get bored of, though. I'm really bored of the action movies and the Marvel movies
Mhm.
because eventually all the fighting just looks the same.
I will say with the John Wick
Does it
films, they
not?
don't.
Okay.
No, they change it up.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but
Yeah, I
they
don't
change
either.
it up. Like, it doesn't look like you're watching the same fight scene.
No.
All due respect, I don't trust heterosexual opinions on this
That-
matter.
and that's totally fine.
So,
Because for me, it's like, oh man, there's some action on the screen.
Yeah.
Like,
if there's any
I've never seen this
LGBT
before.
out there, please sound off in the comments and let me know if I should.
Yeah,
see,
for real. Let her
Fair
know
enough.
she should watch it.
'cause I love
To-
these boys and
I've
I
seen
do
it
not trust
twice.
them.
I will
Fair
say
enough.
that today was my second time watching it,
Okay.
and I don't do that a
You've
lot.
Seen John Wick 4 two
Twice.
times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
That says a lot about me as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it says more about the movie or you, but I think we'll find out eventually. I don't know.
So when you do your shows, how do you go about like keeping it fresh, new, or like what's your whole process in that?
Well, I mean, it's just very organic. I'm just trying to. I hate bingo, so I'm trying to entertain myself the
Okay.
whole time. So I'm just saying whatever funny thing comes into my mind, and sometimes they don't work, and then you just keep. It's still just bingo that nobody paid for. So it's
Yeah,
a
they
free
definitely
show.
did.
So whenever anybody has notes for bingo, it's like, oh yes, let me refund your ticket.
Yeah.
You didn't pay anything.
Right, right,
It's
right,
fine.
right, right.
So like, it's where I really like try new jokes, or I love talking to the crowd, and or if somebody's getting unruly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that like your ammunition when people kind of start to misbehave? You're like, oh yes, you right there. You're my victim.
Well,
Or is
it's
it?
not a victim, but they're getting my attention,
Right.
and they obviously want attention,
Right.
and they forget
You have the
that
microphone.
I have the microphone.
Yeah.
And so I give them the attention that they are craving.
Yeah.
And then most of the time they realize that's not what they actually
You
wanted.
can never
They
be
just
louder
wanted to
than
heckle a queer in
Yeah.
his face.
you can never be louder than the person that has the microphone.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't out yell them. You can't out talk them. You can't out funny them.
Yeah.
No,
They have the
there's
microphone.
no shot.
You know.
You can't say anything that they probably haven't even already heard either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like,
you
'cause
really
they do this all the time.
All
Whoever
the
it
fucking
is,
time.
whatever show that's going on, is like, this is my thing.
this is your profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You do-
do this multiple times a week.
How many
For-
shows? How many shows do you have?
Well,
Oh,
I
wow.
usually
Okay.
do. Well, with bingos, I'm about to pick up another bingo.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that'll be
shit.
3
What day of the week is that?
bingos. That'll be Wednesday. So Mondays, I'm at Alamo Draft House in downtown LA, and then I'll do one.
Proceed.
During my promo? During my promo?
In my mind, that was gonna go a different way, and then once it
Talked
happened,
about
once it happened, I was
recruiting
like,
bitches to
I
fill.
didn't plan ahead. I just took a shot in the
You
dark.
took the spotlight. Now, see, we literally just talked about this. There you go, taking the fucking spotlight.
No, it's boring anyway. I'm just gonna have a lot, and bingo's not. I mean, I'm grateful for bingo because yeah, that crowd work, that hosting ability, is just a skill you have to build by failing. It's just one of those. It's like stand-up comedy. You just
Yeah.
have to do it wrong until it's.
Have you done stand-up
Thank
comedy?
you for saying that, because that was actually where I wanted to.
Yeah. Have you done stand-up comedy?
Not in any real way other than hosting a drag show.
Shit, you
but
coulda
that
fooled
is-
me.
Well, I've hosted comedy shows where I'm not necessarily doing stand up, but I'm ad-libbing with the crowd and keeping the energy going and like making it all happen and making it smooth and making it funny. And those are all skills that I've built. I had them, but really honed during these bingos with these sometimes aggressive, sometimes like I've really learned whatever energy is in the room, how to like really coax it into letting everybody have a good time.
Right.
Because everybody needs that permission.
So how was it when you first started doing it? Was it rough? Was it easy for you? Was it a process?
It's been kind of a process. I've always been pretty comfortable on a microphone.
Easy with public speaking and everything?
But with bingos well, like, yeah, I've always been pretty comfortable, and then you just get better and better, and then you.
Okay.
It's always been natural, but now I have like my tool belt of like, oh, I've been in this situation before, so I know how
Yeah.
to handle this type of person.
Okay.
Or I know, if somebody.
So what you're saying is you're Batwoman.
I'm that. Yeah.
You got everything in the utility belt
Everything.
now. I like that.
Ready for everything.
Ready
Prep
for
time.
everything. Yeah.
Bob the Builder, bitch. Don't you forget it. But yeah, you just like learn these skills based on like, yeah, shit goes wrong and you say the wrong thing and like then you go, oh, how would I have done that better? How could I have handled that better? And then I think about it a lot. I do this all the time and
Right.
like
Yeah.
I really it's kind of embarrassing how seriously I take it all.
No, that's not embarrassing. That's your craft.
Yeah,
I-
that's what you
Yeah.
do.
Well, you can take being not serious very seriously, and
Exactly.
I do. So
Yeah,
it's all
likewise.
yeah. you
It's
just-
my brand.
You just learn.
It definitely is. So I feel you there.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, nice. I was gonna. Well, sorry
Okay.
what you said threw me off. What I was gonna ask, so
I
it got really
I
quiet.
apologize for that,
Your
man.
fault.
It usually
Everything
is.
your fault
It
and not
usually is.
mine.
I was gonna ask, and if you don't want to answer, that's fine. Do you remember a show where it was just like, oh, this is bad. This is like it's going south. Was there a show where you just like bombed? You're like, fuck, how do I get the fuck
Yes.
out of this?
Well, I'll tell
And then you just got the fuck
I'll
out.
tell you what it was. I'll tell you what it was. It was
You
at our
were
bar.
there.
It was at our bar, and about halfway through the show, some people started trickling in from a movie wrap party. So it was a whole production crew coming in to have their wrap party. And it was definitely giving the theater kids in high school going to Denny's after the show at 2 a.m. to order one plate of fries for all 24 of them and
God.
leave no money and just be rowdy, loud.
Was that
Lil
was that where
Rowdy?
we work at?
Yeah.
Was I there?
I don't remember because it was so
I don't remember.
dramatic.
That sounds terrible. I don't remember that.
I was doing great. I was keeping them in, but then they just kept coming and they completely overwhelmed the whole bar. And then it was just like, there was just like a few tables inside that were still like, what? And then I just like, I had to just call it and just be like, we're getting out of here as fast
Yeah.
as we can. Tequila. Thank you. We're getting out of here as fast as we can.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call these balls. We're almost to the end anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta
Push
call them
through.
balls.
All the
Thank
balls.
you all so much. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And then they wanted a picture with me after. And I said, oh, okay, maybe. And then while I was like, and then somebody came up with a $20 bill. And then I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
See, it's like if you do it right,
Yeah.
sure, everything's forgiven.
I mean, Andrew Jackson
Yeah.
wanted to take a picture, so why not?
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not?
Because
Okay.
If they had not, I've definitely done that where, like somebody, when I was doing a night show, and so like there's DJs playing before and after, and like, oh, she like requested a song or something. I said, sure. Do you have any tips? Oh no, but it's his birthday. And I said, okay, thank you. Like, we're giving like, I don't care if it's your birthday, and like,
Yeah. Your birthday's not gonna pay my bills.
I'm sorry. There's a way to do it.
Yeah.
So to piggyback on that, like what are some things that for people that have never been to a drag bingo or any kind of drag performance, what are like some do's and don'ts? And we can stick mostly towards drag bingo if it's easier that way. Like,
Oh no. I mean,
What are-
it's all the same. You're there to let loose and have a good time, but don't be disrespectful. Tipping is always a great rule of thumb.
mhm. Is that like a thing that is an unspoken requirement? Is that just one of those things where it's you should do it, and if you don't do it, you maybe look that funny kind of deal?
For a drag show, like a night show or definitely a brunch, tipping is mandatory.
Okay,
Because
yeah, I didn't know that.
that is why there's little to no ticket fee. You know, it's understood that you're gonna get an interactive performance. We're gonna come up to you, dance with you, you know, have a good time with you, with the understanding that like if you see a bitch that you really are loving, you're gonna give her $1, and like we're gonna have that moment together.
So
Yeah.
rule of thumb: if you go to a free drag show, tip.
if you
Or
go
Free
to
cash.
if you go to
drag show.
anything that's
or any
free,
drag show.
Like-
Yeah.
and people are working there, throw them a couple dollars, man. Just to be like,
Yeah.
you know what? I know you are not being paid enough for what, and I'm not paying for being here. So how about I pay it forward to you?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
everybody wants something for free, and nothing's free in this world. So
Right.
it's like, if there's a cover fee, usually that goes to pay like a base rate to
Right.
performers, DJs, producers, that end, and the bar sees none of that, but they get the bar sales, so that's where
Okay.
they make their money. So you're paying for the show when you enter, but then you have to pay for the food. So then the tipping is like really what makes it sustainable from a performer perspective, from a drag perspective, because the base rates are just not.
it's similar to how we get paid in the service.
Yeah.
Because I have friends that do drag, I have friends who do burlesque, I have friends who DJ and all these things. And
Exactly.
the thing that I'm always hearing, the main theme is, well, we get paid this amount
Yeah.
just to do the job, and
Just
it's
to show
never
up,
that
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So tipping, we would love to have that because like the venue's not going to pay us more.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna
they
pay us what-
can't, and they
what we think
shouldn't.
we're
It would be
worth.
bad business.
Right.
You know.
They still got to make their money too,
Yeah.
because the venue is having to pay X amount of dollars just to open.
Yeah.
And labor and that. So like all these things go into it. It's not that people are looking at you saying like, oh, just give me extra money just for performing. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm performing. I'm only getting paid a little bit for that. And as you said, I'm giving you an experience.
Yeah.
I come up to you, I dance in front of you or something like that. Same way for us making a cocktail or for a server dropping off. This is me going the extra mile, being performative
Yeah.
experience. I'm not saying, bank on it. A couple dollars, just thank you. I appreciate
Yeah. Well.
it. They're social contracts.
We're all offering a service, and
Right.
even though tipping is rooted in racism and sexism and bigotry,
Classism.
and and it's not
Definitely.
a system that I particularly enjoy or like.
Yeah.
With drag, that's the economics of it, and same with bartending. So. It is what it is.
It's
and
not-
yeah.
it's not
So
like you
drag
get to
show
walk up.
do's and don'ts,
Yeah.
definitely tip. Have a
Tip.
good time.
Tip.
Don't get too drunk. It's a night at the theater. You're there to get loud and rowdy and have a gay old time. But yeah, don't touch my hair and don't touch my boobs unless
I don't-
Oh yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah.
I don't understand how people just feel like it's okay to just touch. I don't get that. I really
I get it a
seriously
little
don't.
bit. Well, with
I
drag, 'cause
don't.
it's not real, but for some of us, it is real. There's
Yeah.
many trans performers and many cisgender female performers, so it's like you never. If I actively encourage people to put money in my tits, so it's like I'm not wearing tits or nails right
Right.
now, so don't judge me out there. But
You're doing double duty right now. You just
Right,
did your
yeah,
show
you just
and
did a
came on
show.
to
And
record
the
with us.
heteros
We
don't deserve
appreciate
nails,
that.
Okay, bingo
Yeah.
does not deserve nails. okay, I said it. Come to a full drag show, and then I put on the nails. But
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But
You're saying don't touch, or you
Well,
want
I
people
was
to put
saying
money.
I don't understand why people touch other people. I'm saying in a sense of when it's not invited, not a situation where it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm performing for you and I'm providing a fantasy. I'm saying I watch men and women serving, bartending, whatever, and they're just standing next to a guest and a guest will just be like touching on them, something like that. And I'm like, and no one told you that was okay. No one said that was okay at all, just because they smiled at you a little bit, or
we keep our
Hey.
hands to ourselves in
Yeah.
2020,
yeah, don't touch
Absolutely.
people without permission, man. I'm sorry, I
Absolutely.
don't like that shit.
What is what's your favorite part of your show?
Oh, I'm a storyteller. So
You are.
Yes, you are.
You are.
So
And let me tell you, I love it every single time.
you have to come to a show because my numbers
Yeah, when you're not
really-
working.
would really get you. Like, I really. So my drag name is Lauren Banall, which is it comes from the old Hollywood film star Lauren Bacall, but Banal means so unoriginal that it's boring. So I like to present something that seems so normal, but then there's like a random twist to it. So whether I'm dressed as a carrot or a duck, but it's somehow
duck?
glamorous. It's a magic trick, and
Yeah.
I give you a full storyline, and I love that crowd reaction of when the script is pop music, and so when you hear a lyric in a new way that I'm showing you that completely flips it on its head, I
Yeah.
love making people go crazy. And it started because I started doing competitions. That's how I got my start, and so it would just be my friends coming to see me do this wild drag thing. And so I was just like, ooh, how can I make my friends gag at this? How can I make them scream and laugh or whatever? And that just fuels me. I just want to make everybody scream and laugh and have a good time. And
That's awesome.
Every time they do, it just like keeps me going. So that's what really I love.
That's what does it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Do you have a moment where there was somebody that was trying to heckle you, but it was either handled well, resolved well? Do you have a favorite like heckler that you remember distinctly? Like, I remember this person. This either got them or it turned out well or something like that.
No.
No,
No.
no favorite hecklers.
Well,
Not something
'cause
that got a
Or
ruse out of
memorable.
or
you know, like
memorable,
memorable.
or you had the crowd laughing afterwards or anything like
I
that.
do pretty much every time. And so that's the thing you need to remember if you ever want to be a heckler. You're a nobody and you remain a nobody.
Damn.
Like, I do not remember you. And I will not
Yeah.
remember you. And I will
Yeah.
get everyone on my side,
Yeah.
including your friends at your table. So
Ooh.
that's just the truth. I wish I could remember like a time I really put someone in their place, but I do it
And then you
Yeah.
just,
almost once a
Ye-
show.
and then you just
Yeah.
forget about it the next day.
And
Yeah.
then it just goes, boop, you're back in line. And then I move on with my life.
You don't
So
even
it's
remember like 30 minutes later. It's
well,
not.
I have a terrible memory anyway.
Same. Yeah, same.
So I don't.
All of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a horrible memory. People will come up and be like, I had someone come up on one shift a couple days ago, and apparently, according to them, they were in the night before. They're like, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "No."
Fuck no.
And they were like, "I was just here last night." I was like, "That doesn't mean anything to me. I still don't remember you. I'm sorry. You gave me nothing to remember you by."
You know, there was one time actually though when it was working with you,
Mhm.
and these people were kind of rude, but not really, but whatever. And they got up in the middle of something and were leaving, and I said, "Okay, bye," like something sassy. And then as they were leaving, I said something about them tipping you, and I was like, "I hope you tipped a lot."
Yeah.
And then they were like, and then they left. And then I was like, "Hey, Paula, how much did they tip to everybody in the room?" And you were like, "Not great."
Nah,
No.
I
great.
was like, "Oh, great!" And they immediately came back in, and they forgot.
They
Something.
forgot. I
And I'm
remember
like,
that.
"Great, you came back. You can give this man more money. You can tip him a little bit more. I know you can afford it, right? Oh, you left something?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I remember that shit.
Sucks to
Oh
suck.
my god, I loved every moment of that.
There's that moment. But going back to remembering people, that is a huge like anxiety thing for me. And it has been since I was a kid of remembering people's names. Because I said somebody's name wrong once, or like said the wrong name,
Mhm.
and it haunts me
To this day.
to this day. To
To
the
this
point
day.
where people's names I know, I forget just because I think I might forget. And
There are people I see every day, and like,
yes. And no offense.
what's your fucking name, dude? I see you every
My bar
day.
staff at any of my venues. I love you all. I know all your faces. I know what your farts smell like. Like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm with you guys once a week at least.
Yeah.
You hear my name 6 times a night, and I hear your name once when I meet you.
Yeah.
And then
How are you supposed to remember
and
that?
then I meet 100 people per show,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah. It's hard to remember.
It
You see so many
really
faces, hear so many
is.
names.
usually, especially people in the crowd, they're like, "Do you remember me?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"No."
Yeah.
But then usually, if they give me more details,
Yeah.
it usually comes up slowly.
Right.
Because I
I mean,
keep
it always
people
comes up
in
slowly.
folders. We're getting to that age, baby.
I'll give you that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What is the spell? What is the spell? Is that
Usually-
when you have a good pun? A
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
joke? Just
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
any good
It's just
moment?
an obnoxious bell,
Okay.
and it's just part of the show now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had depression and a lot of
Don't we
marijuana in
all?
the last couple years, and so my CPU is running a little slow here. I don't have much RAM space, so you don't want to make the RAM space joke. I set you up for the RAM space.
I was still like doing a thing with the camera here,
See, this is
and then
why you
I
don't
heard
wanna
that.
throw such
I
a
heard
secret
that, and I was like, "Fuck! I should have been paying more attention, and I would have had a joke ready." I was like,
I was
"Fuck."
waiting for
And then
it.
you looked at me. I was like, "Oh, this is my nightmare.
I was waiting
This is my
for it.
nightmare."
I was like,
Perfect joke, and I wasted it.
you fucking whiffed.
Fucking wasted it.
Wow.
Hire a
Oh
drag
my
queen to host
God.
it.
Oh, that was such a fucking fumble.
Oh,
Such a fucking fumble.
God damn.
I am ashamed.
I also keep people like I don't keep people, but like I have a folder of you, and if I know you from this venue at this time, and I see you, like I have some regulars at my bingo at Alamo. They've come every week
Mhm.
except for this week, but they gave me a
Mm.
birthday gift last week.
Oh,
It's your birthday tomorrow.
It's my
Yes.
birthday tomorrow.
it is.
My Venmo.
That's the
is
first
at
on the
Lauren
pod.
Banall.
That is a first.
That's the first on the pod.
Banall. But a few of them came. They were in San Diego when I was doing a show in San Diego, and it was a big night show, sold out crowd. And I was riffing with the crowd, and I walked up to their table and I was like, "Hi, what's your name?" And like fully. And then they were like, "We're from LA. Oh my gosh, LA." And I was talking to them, and it slowly was like, "Oh yeah, I know all of you really well. Okay." So please give performers or bar staff some grace.
Yes.
Because we need a lot of people.
There's a
We
lot of
hire
you.
A lot of people.
There's a lot of you, a few of us.
And a better way to
Oh,
say, "Do
man.
you remember me?" is, "Hey, I've been to your show. I met you at this place at
Yep.
this time. And for me, you were wearing this." That like
Yeah.
I could be
Brings
like,
you back.
Oh my gosh.
Brings you
hi,
back.
Yes, I remember you. But
You
if
have
you're
to
just like, "Do you
associate the
remember me?"
memory.
I just go,
No.
Gotta
blank
associate the memory. You
face.
definitely
No.
do. Because I'm laughing because I was telling him, I was like, I don't know if she remembers me. And I feel weird. And I feel
Literally
weird
texted
being
me.
like, hey, you want to come to my house and record? I
remember
was like,
you.
bro, you need to get here ASAP. Okay.
But then I remember you from the last time you were at Alamo, but I didn't remember you from when we met at
Here and now.
Yeah.
See, it's too
And
much.
I knew that, which is why I sat in the back of the room when I first got there. I was like, I'm gonna hang out in the back because in my mind I remember you, but I'm like, I know you don't remember me yet.
But
And I was like, let's give it some time. I'll hang out back here. And then like he still wasn't showing up, and I was like, we're getting to the end of the show,
I did call
and I
you
gotta
out
ask
in
this
the
woman to
back,
come
though.
home with me.
And I did remember you in the back. I said, "How you doing in the back? Do you need a car?" I remember you. What was your name again?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
texted me. He's like,
She made me dance again, fool. I was so hot. I was like, I gotta do this shit again. I was like, but hey, I signed up for this. Like, yo,
Oh,
you support your
shit.
people. You support your people. I gotta shake my ass tonight,
I
apparently.
made him. I made him. He stood up He stood up, and I said, "Oh yeah, you're gonna dance? Okay, great. Yes, get up there." He stood up.
I was
free movie
no,
tickets. And these are expensive movie tickets. Okay, this is Alamo Draft House.
I am a cheap
They are
bitch.
like
I heard
$13
free
tickets.
99 and I got in line.
Listen, you can even use those for 3D, bitch.
Oh,
That can be.
I keep forgetting they have
$35.
3D. I fucks with Alamo so heavy.
So do I.
I love it.
Fucks
'Cause
with Alamo
honestly,
so
ordering
heavy.
food and cocktails at the movie theater, I can't go back. I can't go back to a normal movie.
Whoa,
theater.
for real, especially when the food's actually good.
Yeah.
Oh,
The cocktails at the
man.
bar at Video Vortex, where I host my bingo, are way better than in the theater. But
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize the cocktail menu is different. Ours, which I understand that.
No, you're good.
Should I do
But
it?
I love Alamo. I just love
I
Alamo.
have to do it. The man shoulders are coming out. It's too hot. Okay.
Hair
Okay.
turned off. She's like, I can't do
did?
this
Oh,
anymore.
Oh, sorry.
I can't do this anymore.
Sorry.
It's actually really funny that you went and she made you dance.
Yeah.
And it's even funnier because to go back a little bit, he literally texted me saying, I need you to get here. I don't think she remembers me. I'm like, shit. All right,
Yeah.
let me go.
Yeah, man.
Well,
And then I'm like
it's so
checking my
funny.
IG and I'm like, that's my brother with the purple hair just in case.
I know, which I can't check my phone.
Right.
or
She's
anything,
she's
so-
working.
Yeah.
She's working at that point.
Yeah.
Like
But it's so funny because I'd even watched videos of this, and I still was like, I
It's-
seen
it's
your
LA.
face
It's
hours
LA.
before,
Yeah.
but you were not.
it's LA. That's how it
in
is.
This folder.
Yeah,
You
it's-
were in that folder. So
I was in the
sorry-
ass shaking
listen,
folder.
I'm sorry to
Ass shaking
She
everybody.
was like, I've seen that ass shake before. I recognize
I
that.
do remember.
I don't remember when and where. Let's find out.
No, I remembered because you've been to Alamo before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, it's so
remembered
close. I have to.
you,
Yeah.
I just didn't remember you.
I actually
that
won.
was one time months ago.
True.
So again, a little
This is true.
grace to your
This is-
performers
It's
would be appreciated.
with the hair
What did I
flips.
just finish saying?
But speaking of grace, I actually won bingo 4 times tonight and never actually said it.
What? You made me give it to those rude kids?
Because
hindsight.
I thought they were buying shit at the time. That's my point. I was trying to help the venue. I'm
Listen.
like, movie tickets, they'll be back. Movie tickets, they'll be back.
Listen,
All right, cool.
I
didn't know they were
young.
broke
I
motherfuckers.
would
You don't want them to come back.
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't want them to come back. I kept that last ticket because they gave me my ticket back, and I was like, yeah, I'm keeping that. I'll find someone else to give it to. Fuck y'all.
Take somebody on a date. You could go on a blind date.
Speaking of broke motherfuckers,
I'm right here. Oh, sorry.
I was resisting the urge to say that about myself. I was like, we
So-
just said we weren't going to talk about me.
no, so you have those people, and then there's the people that tip, which we appreciate you. But one thing that really just, I don't say gets under my skin, but then I'm like, sort of in a dilemma, moral dilemma, is the people that don't clearly write out the number of gratuity or the total, and everything's kind of like, this says 4, but your total says 29. So is that a 4, or is that a 9, or is that a 7?
Whatever's higher.
You want the
I
people
don't
who
care
make you
what
Honestly,
the policy is
yeah.
at the restaurant. Whatever's
well,
higher.
most restaurants, that's how it is. Most restaurants that trust their employees because they're saying it's not that I feel like you're stealing. It's, hey, this is what's going to average out the fucking books of you getting paid.
That looks
Alright,
like a
let's just
7,
be
not a
fucking
4.
real.
So my thing is just like a PSA. If you ever go back to a place because you checked your bank and you got charged this much, make sure you fucking write out your gratuity clearly, and make sure you do the math right too. You don't even have to do the math right. Just put in the $3 in gratuity. We're not gonna change your total. We'll get in trouble for that. But if your
Yeah,
shit doesn't
no,
match,
we're
we're
not
gonna go with
changing
what's higher.
shit.
If your 9s,
I might have changed the total.
this is a safe space.
It is the
I don't
same
know.
space, but
Listen,
that's so
statute of
sad.
limitations. What are they gonna do? Nobody. You don't know, and it wasn't you. But there was one.
Imagine if
time-
that person
there was
actually is
one
watching the
time-
show.
There was no, because it was like literally over a decade ago.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, they're dead
I think
already.
it might have been in Utah, but like,
Utah.
yes, because I was a server in Utah, baby. And
Mm,
they were awful. They were rude.
It's
they did not
Utah.
tip,
it's Utah.
It's Utah.
And there was, I can't remember what line I did, but I was like, oh, if I could just do that, that would be real easy, and that would get me to not even 20%, but it would have been maybe 15 or something like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and then I did it. So
do it.
write
Don't do it,
legibly
girl.
if you don't want them
Exactly.
to fuck it up. And
I
then
will
write the
say
total
I
too,
won't
because-
change what someone writes, but if I have to interpret your fucking hieroglyphics, I'm gonna interpret it however.
If your total says
makes sense.
22, gratuity is 3, but total says 29, I'm gonna put 29 when I'm entering my tips because you fucked up. So get
Yeah.
your shit
Yeah,
right.
you know you done fucked up, right?
Yeah.
And nobody checks. Nobody cares.
No, some people do because I
Some places
I
do.
just had someone come into my bar a week and a half ago, and he was like, "I was here on Thursday." I was like, "Okay, that's fine with me. I don't work Thursday, so I'm already checked out of this conversation."
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh well, my total on Friday said this, but my total today, which was Saturday, I guess, he's like, it says this, and I'm like, okay, and what do you want me to do? Like, it literally says like it's processing the transaction. I guess he had a problem with how much he tipped. And I'm like, again, I wasn't here. I don't know what you tipped, but I also know that nobody I work with will change either. So I'm like, that means to me, that's what you wrote.
Yeah.
Because that happens all
Yeah.
the time. Oh, I love you. I'm having such a great night. Or someone's watching me write down the number. So write down a higher number and act like I got it. And
Did
then you
he
come back
ask
the
to
next
see
day.
his receipt?
Yeah, but it was days later. I was like, we don't keep the receipts. Like,
No,
I don't-
that shit
I don't
goes
have
off
I
to
don't have a
fucking
folder I
auditing
can
or whatever.
pull out
Yeah, that shit.
with your receipts
That's
on
in
a
the
shift
safe.
I didn't work.
Did your manager have to get involved? Did it?
He talked to the manager. The manager was like, I mean, if you want us to find a receipt for you, we can, but
It'll take
whatever
a
that,
while.
yeah, and whatever that total was, no one here is going to put in a number that at the very least doesn't look like what we're putting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
That's-
saying. If you
yeah,
write
for
you
sure.
write a 5, we're not going to be like, oh, that was an 8. But if you write chicken scratch or whatever, and it looks like you're tipping $12,
Yeah.
and we have to interpret that you're tipping 12, we're just going to take the 12.
Yeah.
We're not going to make a 12 appear out of nowhere. But if the
No.
number looks like you're tipping us 12, we're like, all right, you're
Yeah,
tipping us
yeah,
12.
for sure. That's definitely what I was trying to get at too. Is like we're not intentionally trying to take your money.
Yeah, I'm
we're
not
just
going to
saying,
steal from anybody
make
because
it-
to me, they're just like us.
yeah, make it legible. You know,
Yeah.
if you write out a 6 and it somehow looks like a fucking 8, because I saw that over this past weekend too. I'm like, 8 or a fucking 6? I don't know. And they didn't write the total, so it's just bottom line is make your shit legible
Yeah.
because we don't want you to come back to us and come at us sideways. It's like, well, you wrote it like this. How the fuck am I don't know you personally. I don't know what your 4s and 7s and 9s
Yeah.
look like. I don't fucking know.
And if you are too drunk to, write it legibly yourself, phone a friend. Talk to the person next to you. Hey, can you write this number for me? I'm still gonna sign it, but write this number for me
Phone a
because I
friend.
can't seem to fucking write the number. I need to give them $4 or $6, whatever. Like I can't do it. Can you do that? And
I've
then
seen
I'll
that
just do
happen,
this.
too. I've seen that happen.
Yeah, like do that. Then you know you're not being cheated. You're giving us what you expect to give us.
I just can't imagine doing that at all. Just like coming back to a place or anything.
Oh, being like, hey,
Yeah.
how much did I tip you? Y'all ain't deserve that.
Like,
That's how I felt. I was like, I didn't work that night, but I feel like you calling me a bitch.
I've had people get
What the
this.
fuck?
I've had people ask for tips, literal dollars they've given me in drag back. And I said, no.
What?
Yes.
They tipped you
I think they were on drugs of some
and
sort.
asked for the money back.
Yes.
That made my chest hurt.
How fucked up is that, and do you have to be to do that? Isn't
You know
that
what?
fucking wild?
That
To be like,
goes.
No,
"Ah, it's
just-
here," and then later being like, no.
You know
well,
what?
no,
You need to stay
give it
home.
back."
Stay home, never
to
go
stay
out.
home.
Don't even do Uber Eats, DoorDash, none of that shit.
Nothing.
Go get your
Go
own
commit a
groceries.
crime and get locked up.
Well,
like, we don't need you out here with the rest of us
I've
because
been-
obviously you just love chaos.
Yeah, I've been as broke can be.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, same for sure.
and I cannot even fathom
God,
doing
that-
either of those things.
That hurts.
Like going back to a place, or even
See,
if
it hits
was
you right
more-
there.
Yeah,
It hits
no,
you
that
right
really
there,
does
bro.
it right
It's
here.
like,
That hurts.
You gonna give me money and ask for it back?
Yeah, it didn't even hurt because I was like, "You're insane."
Wow.
Clearly, even though you're like, no. If you hand somebody money, that is their money now.
That goes
Yeah.
beyond audacity. Like,
And then also, it's like, I don't remember what you gave me. You can't just
No.
go up to somebody and be like, I gave you money, give me money. Did you? I don't know. And also, no. Anyway, sorry.
no. That God damn it, dude. Holy
Isn't that wild?
shit. No, that
See, that's where it's like,
I've heard some wild
I've
shit,
seen
but
everything,
that's
I've done so much. Like, you can't. No, I'm not going to.
no, that is probably one of the most wildest things I've heard so far to this date on this podcast and
Yeah.
in the industry.
I can't even say I've seen anything like that. or heard
That's
anything like
fucking
that.
wild. I've never had
new.
anybody tell me that before.
Wild.
Hey, you remember that money I gave you 5 minutes ago? I'm gonna need that back.
Oh, let me get those $2 back.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
that back.
What?
That's probably what it was. Like, literally $2. So that's why, yeah, as broke as I've been, I would never go back to an establishment.
That can't
and be
even
like,
get you-
"This $3. Because even when I did change that receipt, it could not have been more than $10.
Right.
But that $10 to us
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah. No,
It's
that's
$10.
it's $10.
Let's not lessen what $10
That's
is just
that could
because
be
$10 doesn't go as far as it used to. $10 is still
Still
$10
$10.
fucking dollars.
that's
Yeah.
$10
That's
towards a tab.
$10
$10 towards a
you
tip.
when
to
you
do
Somebody
whatever
else.
it is you need to do with your
Like,
life. Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, for
that's-
And you
sure.
don't even get the whole 10.
Exactly.
That's the other thing is like that $10. I might see 4 of it,
Maybe.
maybe, if I'm lucky. Like
God.
people think that their tip is the most important tip you'll get of the night, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make your tip less important, but you acting like it's more
Put the
important.
douche classes back.
I had to. Your story just it knocked my glasses off. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It
Nah,
just,
you're good. You're good.
They haven't been on
Yes.
this whole time.
you should. There you go.
And that has been our show. Because I ain't
Wait,
got no glasses.
No, you don't.
Nah,
Be a lot
nothing.
cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if I did. That is absolutely right. But I didn't get the fucking email, apparently.
Well, you wrote the email, so.
That is true. I
not
did.
get
I,
any email, and I still wear glasses.
So-
And we're in your house right now, so you could get glasses.
I could, but it would involve me getting out of my chair,
Heaven
and that's
knows
way
who
too
wanna
much work.
complain, but they don't want to solve their own fucking problems.
Goddamn right we do.
That's what I.
Goddamn right.
That's
Eh.
what I say.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not
Thank
wrong.
you for having me in your home.
So wait, let me. Before I think we're
Yeah,
finishing.
yeah,
okay.
we're.
So let me ask you,
wrapping up.
Okay.
who's your favorite bartender?
Paulo, here and now, downtown LA, Arts District. What's the name of the street?
I don't fucking know. I just know how to get there.
Avenue. Santa Fe Avenue. Of course it is. I haven't been to your establishment, but
It's okay.
he would be my favorite anyway, because I work with him.
He was like, "Hey, how many flowers you want to throw at me right now?"
No. Paolo's my favorite cousin.
Let me hand you this bouquet. Throw it in my face.
No, one of my favorite jokes that I come up with during the show at Here and Now is, thank God this is a small establishment because they don't have an HR to report me to. And the amount of sexual harassment that I lob at this one, he just
Yo.
laughs.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
And
no.
You are my favorite.
I take it like a champ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you do.
I was hoping you guys were paying attention.
Oh, stop. Don't tease me. Dreams do come true.
There's gonna be a lot of pillow biting in this motherfucker. We're gonna cut the lights, and they're just gonna use their glasses to see each other.
They light up, baby. See in the dark.
I got
Oh,
nothing.
man.
You got anything else?
That's it. I mean, we're not gonna
God.
do any better than that.
No,
I'm
thank you so
sorry, we're
much.
not.
Thanks for having me,
Honestly,
brother.
thank you so
thank you.
much. We really
Thank you.
appreciate you being here after your show and everything. So
Thank you.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
really,
Yeah.
really
Do
appreciate
you
it.
want to plug your socials and everything?
Yes, I'm at Lauren Banall. That's Banall on all social media, Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal, bitch. Tip a bitch.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, listen,
For sure.
drag and trans people are under attack all around the country right now. So please donate to the ACLU and or a drag queen locally. Go to a drag show. Support. Be loud.
Support your local drag.
Yes,
Mhm.
because
Please.
it's crazy right now, and it's honestly scary. It's always been scary to walk around, especially downtown like this.
Yeah.
But like there's a new animosity in the air that is truly scary. So whether it's reposting something on social media or whatever, supporting a drag show, or just sending me $1 for my birthday.
Which is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, which
Yeah.
is by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
just
So-
support in any
This will
way
be
you
out
can.
tomorrow, so
Yeah.
it'll be on your birthday.
You guys have a
Yeah.
quick turnaround here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We don't fuck around.
But
We don't.
but yes, I appreciate you guys for having me, and yeah, just follow on socials. I got some fun stuff. I got
Yeah.
a lot of fun shows and bingos and drag shows and
Yeah.
brunches. Brunch is a fun time.
Yeah, I still haven't been able to make it to one.
Same.
I've heard.
It is my kind of show because I never thought I'd be a brunch bitch, and I never thought I'd be a bingo bitch, and here we are.
Yeah.
Because listen, brunch, you can sit the whole time and eat. Night shows, you have to stand and drink the whole time, which
Yeah.
I do.
Brunch is okay if you're not the one working it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
No.
Like in our
Mm,
industry,
yeah.
it's brunch sucks, but it sucks mostly because the people who are working brunch also close down the venue several hours early.
Most of the time.
That's the
We
problem.
call
You
that
don't have you need to have another crew working your brunch. And I
Yeah.
know nobody wants to work brunch. But you knew that before you instituted a fucking brunch, you jackass. Work with the
Oof.
fucking schedule. And if you have people that you need to work brunch because they're stronger servers or bartenders or whatever, don't have them fucking closing your venue the night before. Take care of your fucking people.
We're talking about a specific place.
No, I'm talking about all places. I mean,
I'm thinking of a
i-
specific place.
If the fucking hat fits, wear that motherfucker. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, take care of your people. Stop having the people that close the venue open it for you.
Open
Fucking
sucks. Oh shit.
Nah, dude, I fucking hate when managers do that shit. Well, I gotta be here. Who the fuck cares? You walk around all goddamn day. You press buttons on a thing while we're doing all the fucking work, and you're like, "Well, I gotta be here." Well, fuck you. Make a better schedule, dude. Sorry. that shit pisses me the fuck off, man.
You could just change your availability and not be so mad.
But they hate when you do that,
They
and then they
do.
don't give you the good shifts.
Well,
They were like, "Oh well, I need to reward my people who are willing to close and open the venue, or you can make a better fucking schedule."
They do.
That's all you have to do. If you close the venue one weekend, you should not be there 5 hours later to open it the next day. So how about you swap it? Hey, I closed last weekend, so I'm not working brunch this weekend. So next weekend, I'm working brunch. Which means I'm not
Fair's fair.
closing the venue either. I'm the opener. I know that coming in. There are all these things that managers could be doing a better job of. and they don't fucking do it, and they leave it up to us to figure it out. Then you got people changing their availability where I don't want to work every goddamn Sunday. Well, what about the other 7 fucking people who now have to work every fucking Sunday because you don't want to fucking work? Yeah, I'm on a soapbox, even though I'm short. That's why I need the soapbox. God damn it.
Fine.
I could have ended it on a joke, but I'm sorry. You fucking triggered me on that shit.
Hey, my bad. I didn't mean to.
We got friends on the front lines of brunch every goddamn Sunday, and they never come out.
Well, as someone who closes a bar down in full drag, in heels and a corset and tights and a wig and lashes glued to my literal eyeballs, and then wakes up early for brunch the next day, I don't feel very bad for you. Suck it up. You probably make more money than me anyway, bitch. Thank you all. Bye.
And that's our show.
Oh my God.